Welcome to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Thank you for joining us. The Montgomery County Planning Board is in the midst of a nationwide search for a new planning director. The ad is on the street, and our Susan Kennedy found out exactly what planning officials are looking for in this new hire. Susan?
Lorna, Rollins Stanley left the planning department earlier this year, and now the search is officially on for his replacement. In the meantime, Rose Krasnow has stepped in as interim planning director.
So I do view my role somewhat as a caretaker. I'm not going to come forth with any bold new initiatives, and so I do hope to really work with staff, develop some teams to look at ways we can make just our day at work go a little smoother.
In the meantime, the search is on for a new planning director. Planning Board Chair Françoise Carrier says she would like to have someone in place in the early part of next year.
So we are looking for somebody with some vision. It would also be very desirable to have someone who's going to be able to really get along with the various interest groups that we have in the county, the employees, the council, the executive branch, the public. You know, there's a lot of interaction. The planning director plays a very public role. So we hope to have someone who will be comfortable in all of those roles and really be able to project a knowledgeable, professional approach to things.
Two areas of experience that would be helpful for those applying: transportation and economic development.
Because that's really, I think, what is most important for us right now to be able to focus on. So we hope, and we have the sense that if we find somebody with a background in urban transit issues, they will also potentially have some background in economic development. So we're hoping to find all of that. We'll see. You know, you have to look at your choices and pick the best one that comes forward.
Montgomery County voters will be the ones to decide whether or not the county should be allowed to limit police bargaining. Last year, the county council passed a law that limited collective bargaining to wages and vacation time. The Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 35 union collected enough signatures to challenge the law, but a county judge struck down the referendum. Now, the state's highest court has ruled voters will decide on this contentious issue in November. And council member Valerie Irvin says it's important for voters to educate themselves about this measure and others that will appear on the ballot.
Well, I think that Montgomery County residents now need to start paying attention to what's on the ballot, because on their face, they don't appear to be what they actually are. So, for example, we've been referring to the DREAM Act, but on the ballot it's not called the DREAM Act. It's called Higher Education Tuition Rates. And so these are kind of complex issues. The police issue, for example, the police will tell people in the public that the council was trying to take away their right to bargain. But in fact, this is not anything near the truth. The truth is that the police have full bargaining rights like all of the public employee unions do. But this was one small section of the law that we thought was over and above what everybody else had. So we removed it by law in a unanimous vote. So that's on the ballot. And I would just reiterate again for the public that these are very, very complicated and very important ballot initiatives. And you're going to be in the booth for a long time. So I think my advice for people is to try to find out early about what's on these ballot questions.
The bell is ready to ring in the county's 202 public schools. 149,000 students will be back in the classroom starting on August 27th. And according to Superintendent Dr. Joshua Starr, MCPS is ready to make this the best school year ever.
So we are always ready and raring to go. We can't wait to get in and start working on Monday with our kids and our teachers.
MCPS Superintendent Dr. Joshua Starr was our guest this week at the county's Spanish language radio show. He's making the rounds to ascertain that all students and parents are ready for the school year.
Stay informed, stay engaged. Parents, please set a curfew for your child. Know who their friends are. Know what they're studying in school. Know what they need to do to get to college. Talk to their teachers. Talk to the school. Make sure you really stay informed about what your kids are doing and what's expected of them. Message to the kids, have fun, right? Take the work seriously, but try to have some fun too.
Some of the challenges include the continuous enrollment growth. MCPS is seeing an average increase of 2,500 additional students each year. Luis San Sebastian is the principal at Broad Acres Elementary School. He recommends parent engagement at the school level as a key to educational success.
You know, the challenges of Broad Acres are always present. It's a school that is 95% impacted by poverty. We are far and above the most impacted school in Montgomery County Public Schools. But even with that, for the last 6 years, our students have met tremendous excellence in terms of state assessments. So we're extremely excited to be able to show folks that, you know, with hard work and planning and working together with the community, working with students to engage students, that we can be very successful, even with a very challenging population.
MCPS is focused on professional development, timely intervention for students who are struggling, and community engagement. Dr. Starr's vision of success includes 3 main points: academics, 21st century skills, and social-emotional learning. The Montgomery County Volunteer Fire Rescue Association has dropped its opposition to the county's ambulance reimbursement fee. An agreement was made with the county where 15% of the revenue collected by the fee would be given to the volunteers. Now we have Montgomery County Fire and Rescue Chief Richard Bowers to talk about the agreement and how it will impact county residents. Chief Bowers, thank you for being here today. First of all, what is this fee?
Well, thank you for the opportunity to communicate with the residents here of the county. Essentially, Bill 1712 permits fire and rescue to be able to recover revenue for transports and care of county residents from insurance companies and from the federal government. And this revenue will go directly to the Fire and Rescue Service, which will enhance our ability to provide better service and increase service here in Montgomery County to the residents.
When you say better service, what are some other of the benefits?
Some of the benefits directly will be some restoration of services that unfortunately had to be reduced over the last couple years as a result of the challenging financial and budget issues that we've had here in the county. Secondly, some training, increased training for both career and volunteer personnel, and protective equipment for both career and volunteer personnel, as well as some staffing for some of the new stations that are coming online here in the next 12 to 24 months. So some very good enhanced services that will provide better response times and better capability for our fire and rescue personnel to serve the residents here in the county.
What are some of the most important points to reemphasize to county residents regarding this ambulance reimbursement fee?
Well, one of the first most important things that I want to make sure, and the county executive wants to make sure, as well as all the county council members, is regardless, if there's an emergency of any county resident, call 911 immediately. There will be no interruption of service, obviously, as a result of this legislation. But calling 911 for any emergency that they have is the most important thing that any county resident can do. Second is, this is not a tax. It is not a bill. No county resident will ever get a bill for the EMS care or transport from a Montgomery County Fire and Rescue Service. Never. Never get a bill, never pay a dime.
But what happens to those county residents that do not have medical insurance? They still do not get a bill and they don't need to worry about it?
That is correct. No county resident will ever get a bill or ever pay a dime, regardless.
Well, thank you so very much, Chief Bowers, for accompanying us today. The emergency transport medical fee will go into effect January 1st, and it's expected to generate $18 million in its first year. When we come back, we will tell you why some stuffed animals are riding in police cars in the city of Rockville. And a Chinese delegation visits the county's Department of Transportation. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
I see young kids, old kids, and families really enjoying themselves. we talked to the county and talked to the police about shutting down Ellsworth and Fenton for that little area. So it would be like a street fair, but we could make it hot. And so that was the whole concept, and it's grown from the 7,500 to where it is right now, which is, you know, 20 to 25,000 each year. But I played every year, headlined last year.
Montgomery County honors World War II veterans. On Wednesday, September 19th, the county will salute those who served our nation 70 years ago and became part of what is called the Greatest Generation. For information and registration, call 240-777-7929.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. We wanted to tell you about a feel-good story from Rockville 11. Did you know that most police and fire rescue vehicles include a stuffed animal? Our Rockville 11's Bridget Boyer finds out why one local 8-year-old decided to help out with a donation of his own.
When Rockville City Police are on patrol, they're always prepared with state-of-the-art equipment and with something more on the softer side.
Each of our cruisers have a teddy bear in the trunk for situations that we run into where kids might be either victimized in one way or the other, being a house fire or a car accident or a domestic violence situation.
The Rockville PD see the value in having a stuffed animal in every police cruiser. That's why it's even on the vehicle checklist. And one local 8-year-old decided to donate to the cause.
I like to help. I like to help people. I like to, make them feel comfortable. And
Jack Burton Buckley showed up at the Rockville City Police Station with a trunk full of stuffed toys that he knew would be helpful for kids who might need it more.
Sometimes my little brother, he just gives stuff away to me. So I was like, I don't need this stuff. I'll just give it to someone else. Then I heard about this, and there's some kids out there that might have some parents that have been in an accident and they don't know what to do, and they want something to cuddle with. So
with Burton Buckley's latest donation, the Rockville City Police can better serve Rockville kids.
It's just something friendly to give them to calm them down, let them know that we're there to help.
For more information about the Rockville City Police, go online to rockvillemd.gov/police.
Here's Tom Pogue from the county's Department of Transportation to tell us about some foreign dignitaries that recently visited DOT headquarters. Tom?
Hi, I'm Tom Pogue, Community Relations Manager for the Department of Transportation. Here's an update from Montgomery County. An 18-person delegation from the city of Chenchao in the province of Henan in central China recently visited MCDOT. They were interested in the planning procedures the county uses to construct projects, as well as the technology being developed to serve transit users. The visitors heard about how our master plans link transportation project planning with land use planning. Then they learned about the next step, using the facility planning process to evaluate projects for potential funding by elected officials. Staff explained the numerous opportunities the public has to comment on projects. The meeting concluded with a demonstration of Ride-On's new real-time feature that uses geographic information and communication technology to provide patrons with real-time information on bus arrivals. The visitors asked many questions and shared insights about their rapid transit system. A similar system is being proposed for Montgomery County. This is the 4th visit of a Chinese delegation that DOT has hosted. For more information, go to our website at montgomerycountymd.gov/mcdot. We're working to keep you moving.
When we come back, Montgomery College has a brand new coach for the women's soccer team. You'll get to meet him right here. And the Humane Society needs your help in adoptions. We'll be right back. Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. There's been a change at the top of the powerhouse women's soccer team at Montgomery College, and MCTV's Michael Brown has the details.
The defending national champion MC women's soccer team has a new head coach, and to put it mildly, he's got his work cut out for him. Brad Harton was tapped to take over for Kelly Wakeman, who left to become head coach at Ursinus College in Pennsylvania, and he's got just 2 weeks to put his team together.
The brevity in which I have to deal with getting here is a challenge, but when it comes down to it, I think it's just me getting to know the players, me getting to know the girls, and find out what type of person they are, and conversely, what type of person I am, and figuring out what skill sets I do have here and how to take advantage of them. I'm a little bit on a short string, but in these next 2 weeks, I don't think we'll have a problem getting there.
His confidence is firmly rooted in a lifetime of soccer experience.
I played college soccer at Humane College in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and then shortly after that, I started coaching in Pennsylvania for a few years, and then moved down here to Baltimore and started coaching here at the club level and college for a year or two. And then at the high school level, I've been I was at Parkville High School for 10 years prior to coming here.
At Parkville, he coached the boys team, but at MC, he'll be coaching a women's squad.
Ultimately, it's the game of soccer, and it's played the same rules, same ultimate objective as far as scoring more goals than the other team. So in that respect, there's not too much of a difference.
And Harden's not intimidated by the program's lofty stature. As a matter of fact, it's the linchpin of his primary goal for the season.
One of the things that I think is important is that we try to maintain the standard that was here before. Being that I'm new to the program and new to them, there will be some difficulty with that. They have to get used to me, and I have to get used to them. But ultimately, it's about maintaining that standard of excellence here and being able to deliver a product that people can enjoy, people will want to come and watch, and that the girls will enjoy being a part of.
We would like to remind residents that Montgomery County government observes a holiday schedule for Labor Day on Monday, September 3rd. County offices, libraries, MCPS administrative offices, liquor stores, and community centers will be closed. Recreation facilities will be opened noon to 6 p.m. and public transportation will operate on a Sunday schedule. There will be no refuse or recycling pickup, and parking is free at public garages and meters. Now let's go to Kathy Stanhope from the Humane Society. She's looking for a home for a female dog named Coco. Here's Kathy in our Pet of the Week segment.
Hi, this is Kathy Stanhope with your Pet of the Week at the Montgomery County Humane Society, and we are here with a handful. This is Coco. She is a sweetheart, but she's only 9 months old and she's very, very playful. She's, as you can see, black and white. She's a pit bull boxer mix. She is wonderful. She's a spayed female. She was given up by her previous owners. They couldn't afford to keep her anymore, but she's a nice dog. And the thing that I like the most about Coco is she is very easily trained. She, within an hour, with a clicker and a little food reinforcement, she learned every trick our trainer tried to teach her. She learned how to sit. She learned that she shouldn't jump. She learned to come when she was called. She is a great dog, so come on down and meet her because she needs to go home. She's not liking the cage. She wants to go home with you. But we really do need a family that's dog savvy because she is a bit of a handful. And Coco really likes to play. So come on down to the Humane Society on Goody Drive, off of Goody Drive in Rockville, or give us a call at 240-773-5967, or visit us on the web at mchumane.org.
When we come back, some county streams are in danger and we need your help. And when we return, we'll see if our county residents are ready to weather the next storm.
There's still time to register for Montgomery College's fall semester classes and get the classes you want when you want them. Choose courses for more than 130 majors and programs offered at our campus locations and online. You can register today online or at any of our 3 campuses. If you're on MC's Germantown campus, make sure to stop by the Humanities Building and watch art professor Steve Prince as he paints his 9-foot by 20-foot mural. The mural is a tribute to the rebirth of Michigan and draws from the New Orleans jazz tradition. And there's good news for MC Baseball. Germantown head coach Dan Rasher has accepted the position as head coach of the unified One College team. Rasher plans to continue building one of the strongest community college baseball programs in the country, beginning with a slate of games this fall.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Are you ready for the next big weather event? Nearly 2 months later, many Montgomery County communities and residents are still cleaning up tree damage from the June 29th derecho. My MC Media's Sonia Burke reports.
I've been doing this since 1985. This was the worst storm I've ever experienced.
In fact, there were so many trees downed or damaged in Montgomery County during the June 29th storm that 2 months later, local tree experts are still responding to calls to clean up the damage.
So this is about an 80-85 foot red maple tree, and it was brought to our attention by one of the homeowners as several of the branches in the canopy of the tree broke and fell into the yard. So we came out to inspect the tree, found that there were some other issues going on with the tree besides what had fallen off there. And as you can see down here at the base of the tree, there's a lot of soft rot in there, so we're going to remove this tree.
In Chevy Chase, the storm's high winds toppled this oak tree.
This is a large white oak tree. Prior to it being split, it appeared to be healthy with a full crown with no external evidence of decay. But as you can see, it's quite hollow.
Experts say it's important to inspect your trees now before the next storm hits our area.
Take a look at the big picture. If you look at your tree and there's a lot of dead branches, that tree may be in trouble. Dead branches high in the crown often mean root problems. Call an arborist to get it checked out.
I'm standing in front of a pin oak tree that was struck by lightning after the June 29th storm. Believe it or not, local tree experts say even this could have been prevented.
A lightning protection system can be easily installed by any arborist, and while it's fairly expensive, it's a lot cheaper than taking a tree down.
In Gaithersburg, officials are trying to inspect every tree in the public right-of-way every 3 years, as the nationally recognized Tree City is doing what it can to protect its remaining tree canopy and to ensure public safety. Experts say it's important for private property owners to take these same steps too.
You know, we can't measure it, but we know that we're minimizing potential damage from getting these either weak trees gone or bad branch attachments. We're pruning those things out of trees and just trying to make the city a safer place.
In Gaithersburg, I'm Sonia Burke reporting.
And today our friends at Brookeside Gardens tell us about the library at Brookside.
Do you have a perplexing plant question? Are you looking for resources on how to create an organic vegetable garden, design a rain garden, or learn how to start composting your yard waste? You can find all of these resources and more here at the Brookeside Gardens Library. Hi, I'm Jared Ashling, Volunteer Coordinator and Library Horticulturalist, coming to you from the Horticultural Reference Library at Brookeside Gardens. The library contains over 5,000 reference books and 30 periodicals. We also maintain a large collection of current seed and plant catalogs and a searchable database that allows us to identify the exact location of virtually every tree and shrub in Brookeside Gardens. We also host several Master Gardener plant clinics throughout the week. Master Gardeners are trained horticultural volunteers from the University of Maryland Extension. They are here every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and Sunday 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. During the growing season, from April through October, we also offer 2 additional weekday Master Gardener plant clinics on Wednesday and Thursday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. These plant clinics are a great way to get friendly garden advice, identify weeds, and learn solutions to all your plant problems. Check us out online to see the Master Gardener Plant Clinic schedule, search our living plant collection database, and discover other exciting horticultural resources.
Montgomery County has dozens of streams, and the folks at the Department of Environmental Protection want to make sure that residents assist in protecting them and know about restoration efforts. Here's the story.
Streams like this one used to be are so damaged from urban runoff that they can't support the life that is supposed to be living in them. Everything from larvae, eggs, insects, macroinvertebrates, juvenile fish in the stream, to the frogs and salamanders that live along the banks. The really good news is that these streams can rebound. Some streams will rebuild natural floodplain terraces and restabilize over time, but there is no guarantee that this will happen. That process can take many years, and in the meantime, soil erosion along with vulnerable stream banks and blown out stream channels continues to pour excessive sediment downstream. Muddy waters, excessive siltation, these are not ideal conditions for our biological life that lives within our streams and rivers. The core of our restoration approach is to better manage and prevent the uncontrolled runoff from urban surfaces, pavements, roads, and parking lots that surround the stream. By controlling the volume of runoff that ends up in the stream and also preventing trash and pollutants from flowing into the stream, we can protect the structure of the stream channel so that it can start to function as a healthy stream system, and biological life can return. Stream restoration projects allows the stream to get an initial boost and speed up the timeline towards a healthy living stream and cleaner water flowing downstream and into the bay.
The county offers incentives with technical and financial assistance through the Rainscapes program to those homeowners who implement projects to reduce stormwater pollution. For more information on eligible Rainscapes techniques, visit montgomerycountymd.gov/DEP or rainscapes.org. With that, we close this edition of County Report this week. Remember to like us on Facebook and to join us at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I'm Lorna Virgili, and thank you for watching.